Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, get ready for an entertainment explosion. Get ready for an avalanche of awesomeness. Get ready to go live with your boy. Here he is, Hoodie Jube. And make sure you hit the subscribe button for your chance to win tickets to a live New Orleans Saints football game.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Hoodie Jube back with another live podcast. And if y'all don't know, y'all will know, there's no YouTube without your boy Hoodie Jube. Thank you again, Mr. Dynamite, for the sick intro. Like I always started off the show, man. We love the intro. And there's no better way to start off the show with the intro again. Hit it for him again, Hoodie!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, get ready for an entertainment explosion. Get ready for an avalanche of awesomeness. Get ready to go live with your boy. Here he is, Hoodie Jube. And make sure you hit the subscribe button for your chance to win tickets to a live New Orleans Saints football game.
Alrighty, who that nation, man? How's everybody doing tonight? I know a lot of people probably aggravated, pissed off, all kind of shit that the Saints lost. But hey, when I get my people in here in a little bit for this round table and we start talking, and I start telling y'all the facts and telling y'all some stuff, y'all gonna overlook it and be like, but damn, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't be this pissed off, you know? So, I'm gonna start reading some chats real quick just to set everybody while I wait for some more people to join in. I'm gonna put the link in here for anybody that wants to join the round table. I'm supposed to have a few people on tonight. I'm waiting for them to join on in. I think they run a little late. But right now, I'm gonna put this in here and I'm gonna start reading some people in the chat, y'all. Alrighty, who that to you, Mr. Jerry, man? Glad to see you in here like always. The OG, Jerry. We got King Nep in the building, man. Who that to you, King Nep, man? Who that to Mr. Brian Pearson, man? Who that to you? Glad to see you in here, my brother. Who that to you? Who that to Mommy Jube? Who that to you? Love you, mama. Who that to you? What else we got up in here? Madison. Who that to you, baby? Who that to you, baby? Alrighty. Who that to Gabriel Thomas, man? Who that to you, man? Who that to you? Alrighty. Slim South is in the building, man. Who that to you, Slim South, man? Glad you're in here. I know we're going to have more people coming on and on to join and stuff. But I put the link in there. I'm going to post it right here. I'm going to share it. So right here, y'all, this is the link right here. If you want to join on here, talk some Saints football with me, have this nice little round table talk, and I'm going to give y'all my full thoughts on the game in a minute. Trying to wait for some people to join in before I start talking. And also trying to wait to see where my people are for the round table that's supposed to be here soon. That way we can talk some Saints football, and I'm going to tell y'all my whole opinion on the game and tell y'all some of the bullshit I seen and a lot of the positive stuff that a lot of people are overlooking because of the loss that we took. So just give me a few minutes, y'all. Like I said, just give it a few minutes to see if we can find anybody that's coming in. Mr. Jerry, I know you all aggravated and mad today with that Saints deck. I remember seeing you in the chat earlier, and Big Q's and all of them. But hey, come on here, let your anger out. That's what you're supposed to be. That's what the round table's for, is to let your thoughts out, you know, to where we can let all that shit out that we think, and I can help you with it. And we can all let it go and talk about it and move on to the next week, which is, you know, this weekend against the Eagles coming up. So, everybody, this is the chat right here, the link. Join in here and join the round table with your boy, Hoodie Jube. Mr. Jerry, where you at? Jerry, where you at? Jerry. Oh, as soon as I say Jerry, where you at? Let me play the video for him. Bring on a special guest soon. Yes, you know who it is. It's the OG of the chats, man. He is the OG subscriber that everybody loves calling the OG, man. So let's bring him on to the Hoodie Jube live podcast, y'all. The OG, the one who will bring the subscribers to you, Jerry. Welcome, Jerry, to the Hoodie Jube live podcast.
What's up?
Nothing much. Just got home from work, so ready to talk some Saints football because I wish I could have talked it earlier on Biz Q stuff. But I was at work, so I couldn't. But basically, I got a lot of shit to talk to y'all about because a lot of people, because it wasn't too busy at work, it wasn't the busiest. So I got a few times where I got to look at the phone and listen to Big Q talk a little bit. And they got some shit I need to go over with you because Jerry, I know you seen it in there while you was in there live. Some of the people are just fake people. Can't stand them. And you know who that one person is already by just looking at them in the chat talking the whole time. But like I said, I'm not going to call nobody out with their name on here because that's just disrespectful and I'm a grown adult and I'm going to handle my business in there. But you know who we talking about. You know who you are. And Big Q's podcast putting all this nasty stuff saying all these people need to be gone, all this and that. And you're a grown adult as a moderator with a wrench, a blue wrench next to your name, blocking other people that's not even putting curse word or no bad stuff, and you're just blocking them because you don't want to hear the truth and the good stuff about the Saints, and you just all butthurt because we lost and y'all in your feelings. So that's what I gotta say. And I told Big Q on that podcast when I had the chance because I seen it. I even commented and I said, bro, you need to take that moderator away from that person because that is childish, and for a grown ass adult to be acting like a child, literally behind the phone. And the fact that they had all them people live, like you and other people live talking, they couldn't just hit the link and join in and let their opinions out on live. No, they got to hide behind a little text because they scared to talk about it on person. So, you know who it is, Jerry. I know who it is. A bunch of us know who it is. But like I said, I just wanted to let that off my chest because if you're not a real Saints fan and you're not a true Saints fan that can deal with a loss like this and understand, like, yeah, we're going to be pissed off because it's a loss, but don't be going after the team because this is how I look at it, Jerry, while you're here. And we'll talk about it again when everybody else joins in a little while. But basically, in my opinion, the Saints actually did good, the best that they could. I mean, just look at the players we got, right? Trevor Siemian is not the best quarterback, but guess what? He's not a bad quarterback, and I think he's probably the best fit. I think he's like the best fit for this offense right now to keep the passing game going. And to be honest with you, he did good again. A lot of good passes in there. A lot of people caught more, than dropped this time. So they look a little bit better. But, there still was a few passes that were on target. Just couldn't hold on to them because, they not the receivers that we thinking they are. And the other stuff is, I don't know what the heck was wrong with our kicker today. 2 extra points, that would have kept us in the game right there. Two of those missed it. And then I told everybody the other thing, too. I told people that you got to look at it. Remember last week we was getting our butt whipped in the Falcons game, and we made that comeback in the fourth quarter, and we all were like, well, that's the Falcons. They always almost blow the leads every time. And, people was like, well, maybe, that's just the Falcons. Well, this is the number one team in the AFC, and we almost made a comeback on them today. And look who we have, a third-string quarterback. Your backup running back, no Alvin Kamara. No starting receivers, no like number one and number two, because you don't have a Michael Thomas and you don't have Emmanuel Sanders anymore. So you basically have your third receiver in Traquan, and then you got your undrafted people with Deontay Harris, Callaway, and then you got the dude Kevin White in them, and then you got Troutman from your draft last year. So you got all these young stars, I
want to address that right there. Stop right there. I want to address that. That dude need to go. Adam
Troutman?
That dude really need to get off this team and go somewhere else because that dude is just pissing me off. Chance after chance after chance. When Simeon threw a pass, all the dude had to do was try to block it and get wide open and just catch the ball. I'm sick of Troutman, man. Somebody else need to take his place and just cut him. I'm sick of Troutman, man. I'm sick of him.
Hey, but to be honest with you, though,
had an opportunity to try to make a big play, and he messed it up.
Hey, but to be honest with you, though, too, I think he messed up one play. I think because they both I think he went to stop on the play, and Trevor probably thought he was going. I think that was the play where he overdrew him because he thought he was going to keep going instead of stopping. And the only other bad play that I really witnessed today was when we needed the 2-point conversion. He had deleted the false start and got us out of the positions. That's the only two things I really seen bad. Everything else today, he actually did good. You actually seen him hold on to everything for once, which is the good side. At least he caught the balls. But that one, route that he ran looked bad, and then that false start at the end mainly what pissed off everybody. I don't even think that one, pass that we were talking about, how he stopped on the play. I don't think that pissed off people as much as the false start. I think it was the false starts.
Let me address that right there, Hoodie Jew. I know we're gonna talk about it some more, but
definitely.
But man, everything just went completely upside down today. I'm talking about the penalties. I'm talking about missed opportunities, the extra points, everything. Everything just went completely downhill, bruh.
Yep. And everything went downhill.
Especially that and I know everybody's still talking about it, but I'm gonna address it too. That roughing the passer
was bullshit.
Yeah, fucking bullshit. That's what I'm gonna call it a spade. That was a bullshit call by them stinking low down for good for nothing referees. And you hear Big Q be getting on them all the time, but I be getting on them too. I'm sick of them. Because every time the Saints trying to make something good to happen, every time they make a good play to get things going, here they come. False start, roughing the passer, personal foul, this penalty. I'm just sick of those zebras, man. I'm fucking sick of these low down, good for nothing, shit face zebras in the game.
Yep.
Always trying to best the Saints' plans to win a game. I'm sick of them. I'm very sick of them, Hoodie.
Me too, man. And to be honest with y'all, you and everybody.
Let me just imagine the NFL without referees. Just imagine that.
Hey, the game would be. The game might be more fair. The game might be more, fair.
I mean, come on, bruh. Seriously. I mean, and another thing, I'm sick of these rules. I'm sick of this. Whatever y'all say in the chat, I mean, it's all the same. I'm sick of it. They need to drop that shit right now because all this taunting. When you taunt like you get fined for that or suspended. Like, man, come on, man, not that all. That's the part of the game, bruh. And you gonna try to slap that on these players, man? Come on.
Yep.
I mean,
did you see that?
I mean, how silly is that, man?
Did you watch the halftime?
You just taking the fun away from the NFL game, bruh. You're taking all these new rules and shit. I'm sick of it, bruh. I'm very sick of it.
Yep, you can't even taunt anymore,
Shit now and just let these dudes play. Jeez.
Yep, just let people play. And did you watch the halftime show? With the guys talking? Or no?
I probably did, probably not.
Yeah, because the reason why I was asking you, because one of the guys, well, not really one of the main guys was talking about it, but he literally said it as soon as the halftime show came on, and then they talked about our first half instead of everybody else's. This man literally said, that pass and that rush and the passer call was so bad. He said that's why they need to have reviews in the game to where people can go back and review those type of plays and take the penalty off, And he said how much you want to bet? I guarantee you this will probably cause the outcome in the game, and it certainly did cause the outcome because when you let another team when we in the red zone and we play good defense and pick it off in the end zone, and we're supposed to go the opposite way now with our ball. You're gonna call the dumbest pass, rushing the passer ever that should have never been called to help them get in the end zone and take the lead when the game was tied at 6-6.
Exactly, and that interception that Ryan Tannehill threw, and that was a big time turnover right there. And you're gonna throw a flag and say it was roughing the passer. Give me a fucking break, man. Come on. I'm just sick and tired. I told Big Q, I said I need to get that shirt when they were pimp slapping the referees.
Yep.
I need to get that shirt right there that has somebody pimp slapping or bitch slapping them referees for some stupid penalty call.
Yep. And then the thing that don't make sense to me is that it's like I understand they trying to get the game under control where they have less fights and shit, but the taunting is what brings the hype to the game. Where like if somebody gets a big first down and they're carrying somebody on their back and they just like try to like flex and taunt, people want to throw a penalty. I'm like, dude, let them have that moment. They just carry somebody on their back. It's like, what is your big deal of them just taunting? Why did they just have to? And like, you notice most of these games lately been going so quick. Like a whole halftime is taking only like barely an hour just to go through one half. It's like crazy. It's like football games used to be 3 to 4 hours and used to be entertaining. Now they're becoming 2 to 2.5 hours long and boring sometimes because of the refs and the stupid rules these days. It's making it more boring.
Exactly.
And I don't even like watching other teams play. I just watch my Saints and that's it.
Yes. I mean, that's the same opposite when it comes to college football, because you just saw on Saturday, and shout out to everybody in the chat that saw these college football games on yesterday. Let's take Mississippi State and Auburn on Saturday. It was a good game, but some dude made a big play and he made a big sack, but he got busted for targeting. Yeah, yes, targeting, which I still don't understand in college football. It's the same opposite with taunting in the NFL. They need to, dude. Football's supposed to be fun. Everybody in the chat can agree with me when I say this. Football's supposed to be fun, not none of this okie dokie shit where you get busted for targeting or get busted for taunting or this or that. But I mean, come on, bro. You're really taking the fun away from these football fans. And Lord knows we love the game of football. We love it. I don't care if it's NFL. I don't care if it's college football. I don't care if it's high school. I don't care what it is. If you're taking the fun away from football, man, you really messing up everybody's. You're messing up their time right there. You really messing up their fun right there with all these new rules and stuff, man. I mean, it didn't used to be like that when I was coming up. Football was fun, man. And those who were born like in the 80s, 70s, or 90s, or 60s, y'all know what I'm talking about. That's when you have a lot of fun, man. But now with these new rules and shit, they're like, man, football fans gotta have a look on their face saying, man, I don't believe this shit. I don't believe all these new rules and stuff, man. They need to drop that shit now. They really need to drop that shit right now.
They do. I just can't stand some of the shit. I can't deal with some of the shit.
I just can't flow with that, bruh.
Yeah. It's just hard to deal with dumb shit that like doesn't need to. It's like with all the roughing the passer and all kind of shit that they call these days. To me, you might as well take a sack out and just let the quarterback. You might as well take the offensive line and the defensive line out of there and just let the cornerbacks play on the receivers and just don't worry about getting a target and don't even worry about rushing somebody and all that, and just put everybody in the backfield just to cover. Have 11 mil downfield just covering everybody, because if you hit the quarterback and get a sack, sometimes they might say, oh, well, that was roughing the passer because you hit him up high or something, or you hit him down low. Like, I mean, they got scrambling quarterbacks that can run, and the only way to take them down sometimes is by their legs and feet, but you can't go low on them. So, I mean, the NFL is getting a little weak.
You know what started with these changes in these rules? If I can think of one person, and some may agree with me and some may not agree with me, but I think it started with Tom Brady. That started with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Am I right? Am I right or wrong?
You're right to me.
Yeah. That's what started it. That's what took the fun away from it. That old scumbag cheap Brady.
Yep.
So the so-called hero, the so-called GOAT, which is still not to me. I'm just throwing it. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna shout out some people in here. I see Miss Pammy Whammy's in here. Who that to you, Pammy Whammy? Who that to Mr. Kevin up in the chat? Kevin's in the chat.
Pammy.
Who that to Calvin Washington, man? He said, who that from Phoenix, Arizona? Who that to you? I think he's from Big Q's, I think. I remember him being in Big Q's. Slim South's in here still. Who that to Mr. 504 Code? He's back in here tonight. Who that to you, man? And like 504 said, he said Jerry's taking. He said they all taking the game, all the fun out the games with these refs and dirty, calls, and they all taking that from Goodell too. I can definitely see it.
Yeah. And shout out to 504 Cole. I'm looking at the chat on my tablet, and I'm looking at it on my smart television because I got it connected, so I can look at the comments and I can look at the television at the same time. But you're right about that 504 code. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing these days, bro. And it's a shame right there. I mean, all that money that you spent, bro. I mean, how could you just mess up all these plans, bro? I mean, come on, seriously, bro. I mean,
hey, the sad part about that roughing the passer shit, and I seen the same thing that Big Q said. How in the hell does he get knocked down, shooting as he's throwing the ball, the dude's hitting him, so it ain't no roughing the passer. And then second of all, how are you throwing the flag after we just got the pick? You waited to see if we was going to pick it off. And then we pick it off, you throw the flag. Why you didn't throw the flag right then and there when you seen it, if that's what you seen?
Exactly.
But, like I said, we're not the refs. We can't control the game. But trust me, if I was a ref, I'll hope the Saints win every damn game just to piss people off for all the years that they did us. And it just don't make no sense on some of these calls that they do. And that year that we finally got everybody to, be able to challenge a review, I think we shouldn't have to challenge. We should be able to say, ref, you need to relook at this. Like, they should have two, every half, they should have two calls that we can ask the ref to, hey, can you review that before you call it, official and stuff. Make sure you review this at the beginning because this does not look like no roughing the passing to me. I think you're full of baloney, and let them review it. But at the same time, I think everybody understands they probably taking these calls and listening with the headsets on, probably from Goodell and all of them saying, yeah, we're good. Because it's basically, you remember the thing with the last week? With the, I don't know if anybody remember, y'all. Y'all remember with the, who was it? Was it the Bears? Yeah, the Bears and the Steelers. When the dude got, when he got bumped. And I thought that shit was so stupid. It's like the ref bumped the dude, and they would say, yeah, that was taunting. And then they fined the dude. I think they fined him for $6,000. But you telling me you only fined Aaron Rodgers for $12,000 for not following the protocols and not having the COVID side and having none of that. And he's lying about it. And he's already back in here playing again, It's I don't know, y'all. It's just full of shit. I think they just pick who they want to. Let me get Jerry back in here. Yeah, Jerry.
Hey, I'm back.
Alrighty. You good?
Now I was trying to connect the sound to my surround system, but it didn't work, so I just said I'll just come back on.
You good?
No, okay.
But I was telling everybody about I said it's weird how, you remember the Steelers and the Bears game about that ref?
Yeah.
How he bumped him and, put his butt into him and then drew the flag. And I'm like, I like how the whole referee office and, the NFL office said, oh, yeah, that was taunting. Like, what? It's like, that's how we know y'all fake. Everybody's realizing how fake the NFL is. Somebody is going to expose it one day, and they're going to come out and write a book about it, probably 20 years from now. We're going to find out how biased these people are and how, bad they are. And I bet you that it's basically off of money to me. That's what it seems like, because we had years after years where we got so many good teams. And how does isn't it weird how some weeks you see the Saints just dominating and everybody looks like they locked in, and then some games you just look at them like, what the hell is wrong with him? It don't even look like he even wants to be here. It just seems like if they're being forced to lose or something to me. I mean, just in my eyes sometimes, just watching them. Because, you got games you can tell Lattimore's going to be a lockup and they playing all day. And then they got some games you're just looking at people like, what is he even doing? He don't even look like himself. But
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, but
Yeah.
I usually don't. I usually don't be tripping
I
that
think
much.
you're speaking the truth. I think you're speaking the truth, bruh.
I mean, it's probably just for the money, right? Probably for the Vegas money, for the betting.
It is.
So it don't make no sense though. It's like maybe they should take football out of betting to where you can't bet on games and shit. Take that out to where people can just freaking play football and you don't have to worry about cheating to win.
All right. Yeah, I see 504 Cole say, I love my Saints, bro, but I'm seriously
Thought about not
not
watching.
watching the NFL no more after the day, bro. Sad, 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 man. Well,
Yep.
504 Cole, I wouldn't. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna doubt that. We got what? This is what, week 10 right now. We got about 7 to 8 weeks left in this season. No, man, don't stop watching football because of all this bullshit, man. Just enjoy just continue to watch football just for the fun of it, man. Don't act like this is the end, bro, because it's not. And that goes for everybody. Don't let stuff like this. Yeah. Things didn't go the way we wanted today against the Tennessee Titans. I get it. All of us are frustrated. So was I, because I was I was slamming doors. I was throwing water bottles. I was having a one-man tantrum in the house, but everything was all right. Everything was all right. I mean, it just feel bad, when you lose 2 straight in a row. One to Atlanta last week, and they got absolutely murdered by the Dallas Cowboys earlier today. Now, if that would have been like us scoring 43 on them and not Dallas, that would have been a different story. But it wasn't. So.
Yep. And then, to be honest with everybody, even after today's bullshit loss, like I said, I basically, like, everybody's going to say there's excuses, like, you can give the credit to the Titans, they won. Yeah, I'll give you the credit, Titans, y'all won, but motherfudger, y'all got cheated, too, from that, like I said, that rushing the passer. That's what changed the momentum of the game. And that's what basically made the comeback.
Scumbags bailed them out.
Yep. And then what I try to tell people is, if you watch the scores from today from the NFL, the Falcons, they lost, which was good for us, so they more behind. And then if you look at some of the teams, like the Patriots whooped the shit out the Browns today, 45-7.
Oh.
That was so sad.
When I saw that, I knew it was going to be ugly.
Yeah. The Bucks lost.
Jones had a big game then.
Yep, he did. And then
Baker Mayfield didn't do too much.
Yep, and then the Buccaneers lost to the Washington football team. The Cardinals, the Arizona Cardinals lost bad to the Panthers tonight. Today, and then
I didn't mean to cut you off right there, man, but
you're good.
I'm still having question marks right there, bro. Because all these years, it's always been the Washington Redskins, and now you got a Washington football team, and they got no name. Let me take this. Let me drop some knowledge on you. Everybody in the chat can back me up on this when I say this. Just imagine if the Washington football team made it to the Super Bowl, and the announcer says, I'm not saying it'll happen. But just imagine, just have a vision inside your mind when you hear the NFC Conference Champions, the Washington football team. Everybody in that stadium, I don't care where the location is, everybody gonna have a look on their face like, what in the world is this team with no name doing in the Super Bowl? Everybody gonna say that. Everybody gonna say that, Hoodie.
Yep. It's crazy.
To me, it just feels like it's weird. Because growing up, and everybody else with their families, with their mama and their daddy, even if they are a Redskin fan, they know that this bullshit team with no name is like totally crazy. just imagine the Washington football team in the Super Bowl. Everybody gonna have a look on their face like, what the hell is going on here?
Yep. That's what's gonna happen. People gonna be like, what the hell?
Yeah, just think about, just let it just think about it in your head, just for one day, if it happened, which it would never happen.
But also, if you looked at it today too, the Vikings, who were like 3-5 or whatever they were, or 2-4, 2-5, whatever the hell they were, they beat the Chargers, who've been pretty good this year, 27-20. And then you looked at, remember last week how the Broncos beat the Cowboys so bad? Well, they lost bad to the Eagles. It's just like any given Sunday, stuff to happen. And I was like, I told everybody last week, did I not say it last week? Did I not say it about the Buccaneers could come out the bye week and lose to the Washington football team? Did I not call that?
You did.
And I told everybody, any given Sunday.
And something else you just said right there, too, brought my attention to, Hoodie. Because my dad say it all the time. He said, every week can change the season. It's any given Sunday. Hell, it could be any given Sunday. It could be any given Thursday. It could be any given Saturday. It ain't just every Sunday now. You got Thursday night football. You got Monday night football. You got Sunday night football. Hey, any game can change the season. They say the same thing in college football. Every week can change the season. And yes, it is any given Sunday. I would just say, instead of saying that, just say any given week during the football season. Just say that. Because it's like football nonstop every day. Monday night football. Sometimes you have a little Tuesday night college football, Wednesday night, Thursday night football, both pros and college. You got Friday night football in college football. A full slate on Saturday with college football. A full day of a full Sunday of NFL action. All in between. So you might as well just say any given week.
Yep, any given week we can start saying that now instead of any given Sunday. Any given damn week could happen. But
there you go.
But at the end of the damn day, like I tell people, we're 5-4 now. We still got a winning record, and we're still only one game behind the Bucs. So we can win this week, and against the Eagles, we can bounce back, get us a W. Hopefully have our boy Cabrera back, hopefully he'll be back. And then I'm going to look at Tampa Bay right now. I'm looking. Guess who the Bucs play next week that they can probably lose to and if they underestimate them?
And who's that?
The damn Giants.
Who we
lost?
I hope they give them a game.
I hope so too.
They give it to them.
Because the defense is pretty good.
Where's the game at? Is it in Tampa Bay or New York?
It's in Tampa.
I hope, well, just like the Giants shocked us, I hope the Giants shocked them down there in Tampa.
Yep.
I hope.
That's what we're hoping.
They were on a bye. I think they were on a bye week this week, so they should be rested and ready to go beat them next week.
Yep.
I think it's Monday Night Football, but if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is a Monday Night Football game with them. But
perfect.
But to be honest with you and everybody in the chat right now watching, and anybody that's going to watch this video later on after we're done going offline, it's so sad to see Saints fans all pissy and saying Sean Payton needs to go, this people needs to go, and da-da-da. I'm like, do you not realize the past 2 weeks that we lost, we almost made a big-ass comeback? And do they not realize that we almost made a comeback today against the number one team in the AFC right now with a winning record? And yeah, they didn't have Derrick Henry, but guess what? We didn't have Alvin Kamara, but guess who they did have? They had A.J. Brown. We didn't have Michael Thomas. They had Ryan Tannehill, but guess what? We didn't have no Jameis Winston. So, I mean, they had a lot of, key players that they need to score compared to us who don't have nobody on the offense. And we still made a comeback. And also, I want to give a shout out to Trevor because everybody's still hating on Trevor Siemian And all the people out there that thinks it's all Trevor Siemian's fault for today's loss, it's not. Did he draw a pick? No. Did he draw any bad passes? No. Everything was basically good. Everything was right there. Like, the only thing he did bad was the sacks. Was the few sacks.
He had a good. Yeah, he has had a few sacks, but he had a good. He played well. Like, I mean, the guy didn't do made no costly turnover. I mean, he had a good game. I mean, even though he got sacked 4 times, but he kept his composure and he kept playing.
Yep, and that's what I like about him.
The man didn't have no turnovers and nobody stripped the ball out and get a fumble. So hey.
Yep. And who that to your GR3, because GR3's in here, he said, who that Hoodie and everyone, we still put up a fight without our best weapons. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to explain to everybody. And this is what pissed me off about the fans. Like Miss Pammy Wimmy said, preach Hoodie. All the fair weather fans keep that same energy when we start our winning streak, right? Don't be over here trying to join the wagon when we're on the winning streak. And this is what I want to tell people. With the weapons that we have, because of the cap space money, but with the people that we have and that we're playing with right now, for us to even see a close game like this against a tough team like the number 1 team right now in the AFC, and just to play good like that and make a comeback against your own rivalry team when you're missing all these key players and the players we are, that shows you how good and a hard fighting team this team really is, and how much better we would be with all our starters. And also, that shows you how good of a coach Sean Payton is. So all these people that want to say Sean Payton's so bad and he needs to go, then hey, say he's bad and all that. But I want to see somebody. I want to see somebody come on here on the Saints and come say, all right, I can coach better than Sean Payton. He needs to go hire me. I want to see what you can do. I want to see another coach out there right now that can do this with all the players we got.
Look. If you think that's going to happen, step up to the plate. Come on.
Yep.
If you want to take Sean Payton's place as a new coach, bring it. Don't sing it, just bring it.
Yep. And then we got Saints on one. We got Saints on one in the chat now. So we gotta play the video for him. And also, I haven't heard nobody yet today talk shit about this man right here.
Paulson Adebo will shine in 29.
I ain't heard nothing today, and that's the only thing that was weird today, Jerry. I put this in the chat, but nobody read it. And to tell me this, why would the Saints do this? The Saints know damn well that Lattimore plays his best defense against big name receivers, especially. Why the hell was he not on AJ Brown and have Adebo and Roby and them on the other dude that was doing good against him? Because Lattimore, I feel like, plays down to his thing. But there is some stuff you can look back at and actually be able to defend him. Most of these balls that they caught was like freaking crossing slants right here that he can't even do because people was like crossing in front of him and he's got to make his way around them. And then it was too late. So, I mean, some of these plays he had, no chance to even get into the guy, and then it was just they killed the middle of the field. They literally took that slant and took it all the way up. So,
Hoodie, I got nothing to say about that, bro. I don't know what happened. I got nothing right now, bro. I got nothing, bro.
Yep.
And to answer your question, I don't know what happened to Adebo today. I have no clue.
If I'm saying he was locked up today, like everybody's putting him right here. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's commenting and said Paulson Adebo was there. He was playing. I watched him. They put you've seen a lot of Bradley Roby today too. He was in the slot where Garner Johnson usually is. Like Big Q and all of us was talking about. We think. Yep. So Adebo was basically on AJ Brown.
Garner Johnson on out. Yeah.
Yep.
That's why I didn't hear much of Adebo. I mean, all I heard was like Lattimore and like you say, Roby and what's the other boy? I don't know if Williams was out there.
PJ, yeah, PJ Williams was out there a lot too.
PJ was out there. Somebody else was out there. I know Jenkins was
Jeff,
out there.
they had Jeff Heath out there for a little bit. He's a safety that we picked up in on free agency that used to play for the Cowboys. Jeff Heath.
Yeah, I remember.
He was out there a lot, number 38 or whatever his number is now. But he was out there playing a lot.
Yeah.
But
I know you're talking about. He was
yeah.
playing with Dallas, didn't he?
Yeah, it's Dallas. And then let me bring somebody on the show real quick before we can have somebody else on this round table with us. Well, everybody, you need to welcome Mr. King Nep, baby. What up?
Yo. Who that family? What's going on, man? Yeah, man. Damn, like everybody gets the extravagant intro. Jerry, bring it back real quick for the fan. Come on now.
Oh,
They do, man. Who that to everybody?
Well, I'll do it again. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody in the chat, please welcome to the round table, Mr. K.
Oh, okay.
Now.
Yes, sir. Man, what it do, Slim? How y'all living, man? Hey, it was a tough loss today, man. I hear you guys chopping it up on the round table. I heard you mention Adebo locking up. Well, they did in the chat. Adebo was locking up. Like you said, Drew, to testify to what you were saying earlier, he was getting beat on a bunch of crossing and slant routes, man. And you know, it was just hard to defend, man. I was watching a lot of pick plays. The slot receiver would run a flat route, and 88 was tearing it up for the Titans. I can't remember his name, Johnson. His last name is Johnson, but he was doing a lot of, you know, cut routes, short routes, drag routes, and you know, it was working for them, bro. It was giving them space, and that's what they wanted. You know, the middle of the field was open. But as far as the run defense, man, we look great. Honestly, it was so good to see Kwan out there making plays. They were flying around. Costly turnover on the special teams play, man, on the kickoff that kind of killed us, and special teams all the way around, man. Missing those extra points were costly, man. Were crucial, you know, at the end of the day. So, you know, hopefully we can come back this next week and figure it out in practice, because we don't have Kamara, like you said, but you know, we have a lot of players stepping up, and I think we have a lot of potential, you know.
Definitely. And that's what I was telling people today. It's like, for us to think last week, like, yeah, we made a comeback in the fourth quarter. It's the Falcons. It's okay, whatever. That's what we were thinking.
Right.
Well, we showed y'all today. We almost made a damn comeback today, too. I guess a damn #1 AFC team. Yeah, with no Derrick Henry, but we didn't have no Kamara. We don't have no Michael Thomas, but they had A.J. Brown out there. We don't have no Jameis Winston, but they had Ryan Tannehill. So, I mean, they got no excuses on. They can say all day, well, they could have blown us out with Derrick Henry. Well, guess what? We might have beat y'all today if we had Kamara. So, I mean, They can't, you know, they had no excuses. So, like I told everybody.
We're always going to say, what if?
Yeah, and I said we did our best, and I said we probably could have won if the dude wouldn't miss the 2 extra points. We could have won if it wasn't for that stupid roughing the passer that wasn't even a roughing the passer when we intercepted it. That's basically right there what turned the game around. And literally,
oh man,
I literally took a screen. I took a screenshot of it, y'all. I found 3 different people, I think, on Twitter that are like, y'all know the Pro Football Talk, remember the Pro Football Talk show?
Yeah.
That's the 2 players. I forgot the 2 people's names. I don't know their names at the top of my head, y'all. I don't know their names, but they posted on Twitter earlier. He said this. The Pro Football Talk posted this on Twitter. Horse crap roughing the passer call on the Saints. That took an interception off the board. The NFL officiating, you know, was crap. That's what they were basically saying. So these are pro football that are literally on the ESPN talking. They got their own little talk show saying that call was stupid. And then, like I told everybody, the halftime show people were even saying this would probably change the outcome of the game. Now, I bet you it was because of that stupid call. And look what happened. We lost by 2 points. So it was the outcome because when you tied up,
in the chat, these refs need to be reviewed, man.
Yeah, that was just a bullshit call. That's all it was.
Screw the calls, man. Like we gotta look at the refs. We got one bumping on the what was this dude's name? The one that bumped the receiver, the linebacker. Was it for the Eagles?
No, that was for the Bears game. Bears and Steelers.
Bears.
Yep. And they
Yeah,
fined him, they fined the Bears player
Dude,
for
I
$6,000.
know. Can't
$6,000, but you
believe
only
that.
fine, but you're only gonna fine Aaron Rodgers for fucking like
Yeah,
10,000,
March.
12,000
That's
for not
last name
following
March.
the
That's the name of it.
not following what's his name what you call it, the COVID protocol.
And
And
did you see they fined CD
yeah,
14K
yeah,
for an
that's the same.
untucked jersey? Hold up,
Yes,
bro. Hold up, bro. You telling me these elite
Hold
athletes
on,
have to
hold on.
tuck
Who?
in their jersey? CD Lamb got fined. I believe it was 14K. I don't want to give you the wrong number.
I think it was. I think it was
But he got
14,000.
fined. He got fined more than
Aaron
Rodgers,
Rodgers.
and he was asked in an interview like what you thought about that, and he was like, I'm very surprised. He does. I don't get it, but it is what it is. Man, he just has to stick it and move and just take it. But it's ridiculous that all these players have to contribute to this piggy bank of shitty calls, and I don't know where it's going. I don't want to start any conspiracy, but we're like, bro, come on, man, that's ridiculous. You're robbing these kids, man. You're robbing these dudes.
They are.
Exactly.
And but all the stupid rules they making too.
Y'all right about that. You're definitely right about that.
And it shows, and that shows you why a lot more people don't want to watch football anymore right now, because they feel like it's more favoritism of like the Roger Goodell and the refs things. It's just because, like, we know as a Saints fan, the refs haters, they just call it the stupidest shit when we make the best plays, and stuff like that. But you're gonna tell me, out of all people, Mr. Aaron Rodgers, a big known name, doesn't get the COVID side and haven't followed the COVID protocol stuff, and does it for 2 months, and you let this man miss the game because he had to, because he had COVID, but the next game he could play, and he was only fined $14,000. But remember, what was his name? DeAndre Hopkins almost didn't play this season because he didn't want to get the COVID shot, but he decided to do it. But you telling me Aaron Rodgers played for 2 months with no COVID shot and he still ain't getting it the rest of the season, and y'all don't give a damn?
Oh, they're not requiring him to take it.
No, because he said at the press conference, he said he wants to tell everybody he wants to be him, like he wants to do what he wants to do. Like he shouldn't have to be forced to get a shot. So you telling me you fined them 14,000 and that was it? It's still gonna go on, and ain't like he went and got the COVID shot, dude. So what are you gonna do now? You're gonna keep fining him, or you're gonna suspend his ass until he gets it? So it don't make no sense. That tells you right there they don't give a damn because they want to see Aaron Rodgers play.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make no sense. It does not make no sense.
All right. And
So if you guys go ahead, Jerry.
Hoodie and King, now I'm gonna ask y'all this question right here, and I'm finna get ready to hop out here and let y'all have it. I just want to ask this one question right here.
Yep.
Any Saint game that we play, whether we win or we lose, do we ever have a tie in the game, like at the end of the game, like the finals, as the final score? I mean, did we ever have a tie before?
I don't think we ever
The
did.
Saints game.
Not
that I can think of, man.
As the final score.
I don't think we ever did. No.
Good, because that's one thing the Saints will never ever do, especially if that was the final score. We never end the game with a tie. The only time when you're going to end the game with a tie is if you go into overtime. That's the only time. Because we saw what happened earlier today with the Steelers and the Lions, and they ended up being tied at 6 as the final score of the game. That's something.
Weak. It's weak.
The Saints were established in 1967. They never had. I don't think they never, ever had a tied game as a final score. I don't think.
Nah.
And everybody that's in the chat, put one in the chat if you believe that we never had a tied game as our final score to end the game. If y'all agree with that, y'all put one in the chat. I'm going Big Q right now. Put one in the chat if y'all believe we never have a tie.
You sound going Big Q with it.
As a tie, as a final score. Yep. Hoodie, I already know you put one in there. And Slim South put one. Jackson. Yeah, bring them in because I don't think we never ever had that before. Because I even asked my father that. I said, Daddy, that's something the New Orleans Saints never ever do. Have a tie game as a final score. Never. It's always win or lose, but never a tie. Never.
We barely tie. Because I don't think the NFL wants us to.
Because the only time when you see a tied game is if it's in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, even if it extended into overtime. That's the only time you see a tied game until they break one to win.
Yep. And then, to be honest with you and King Neb, I got a question for y'all too, though.
Talk to me.
So this would be my question. I feel like so far it's been weird. Don't y'all realize everybody's key players are getting hurt right now?
Yeah,
and
man.
and you see the teams are like losing because of their key players. So I told everybody I don't like seeing injuries and stuff like that. But I said, you know what I really would like to see? I would like to see everybody's key player, like their quarterback, receivers, and them, to be out for the rest of the season because of some damn shit, and see if they can win like the Saints are doing with the players we got. I want to see if they can win with their third string receivers, third string quarterback, second string running back. I want to see if they can really do that, and see who makes it to the Super Bowl. I bet you will be the favorites to win the Super Bowl if they said everybody's starters are out, but the Saints, they show you they can win with anybody, so that's the team I'm picking to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Difficult, man, without those star players.
I know.
Yeah, very, very, very difficult without them.
It changes the dynamic. It changes the scheme. It affects a lot of things, man. It affects a lot of things.
But you see where we at, though, right? You see how hard we fight every weekend to almost get these W's, and most weekends we do get some W's.
It's great coaching, bro. I mean, how else can you explain it, man?
Yeah, and that's why
coaching.
Exactly.
And that's what me and Jerry was talking about in Biz Q's podcast earlier, with the hate fans that are hating and saying Sean Payton needs to go. I'm like, they the stupid ones.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Sean Payton, right now we wouldn't be 5-4.
It's gonna be a lot of calling this person out because they ain't doing a good job, or this person that they ain't doing a good job. I mean, you're gonna hear that from like you say, these fair weather fans. Oh, Sean Payton need to go. He got our coach. He need to be fired and all that. You're gonna hear that.
You know it'll make sense to me?
You're gonna hear stuff like that. This kicker ain't worth shit. He can't even kick worth 2 cents. He need to go. We need another kicker. I say, you just gonna have to look at him crazy. You gotta look at these fair weather.
Hey,
this person ain't doing this right. That player ain't doing right. I say, bro, you gotta learn how to be patient.
Yep. Hey, Jerry and King Nep, just to be honest with you, I want y'all to hear this. Tell me if I'm wrong or not. People are saying, oh, that was a bad play call by Sean Payton. That was stupid.
What play call?
No, like any play like that doesn't work. Like if it doesn't work on the field and it doesn't look good, people say that was stupid. Why do you run that? But when he runs it again and it works, oh shit, good call. I'm thinking like, it's not gonna work unless you try it. Unless you try it.
Exactly, man. You can't.
That's what I tell people.
Exactly.
Plays aren't meant to be, 100% of the time effective, bro. It's about tendencies. It's about, seeing where you're at on the field. There's a lot of scenarios involved. So, you can't just say a play. The coach is terrible because he called the play and it didn't work.
Yep, and this is how I'm trying to explain it to y'all too. So us Saints fans, okay, Mr. Jerry, especially, you probably know this. Us as a Saints fan, when it comes down, let's say it's let's say it's second down and like 10, we get the ball, we pass it, but then they call a holding penalty. So now it's second down and 20, we run the ball, we get like 2 yards, and now it's third down and 18, right? What is the next play you normally see the Saints run?
You said third and what?
It's like third down and long. Because of the stupid penalty. Yeah, because of the stupid penalties. Yes. Yeah, you just called it a screenplay. You know how we always go to screen pass, right?
Yeah.
And everybody's like, that's fucking stupid. Why they did that? Now we got a punt. Well, guess what? Maybe a lot of people he's thinking like Hoodie, Jube, and Sean Payton is because one day, let's say we in the playoffs this year. Let's say we make it to the playoffs as the wild card, and everybody knows it's third and long. It's a stupid ass penalty. The Saints need to win the game, or they going with a fucking screen pass. They stupid because that's what they do. And we're gonna do a fake ass screen, and we're gonna do a pass downfield for a touchdown. Because if you make people, if you run the same shit, yep.
That's how he rolls, man. He'll let you think. Go ahead, Jerry.
Go ahead, Keenan.
No, man, that's just part of his game plan, man. That's what makes him a great coach, man. He wants you to think. It's a mind game, man, and he does it well, bro. And there's a reason the screenplay is so effective, and was made so popular by the organization, man. They do it effectively.
Yep.
But go ahead, Jerry.
Exactly. And let me throw this at you because I think I shared this one time with TJ Jones on his podcast, and I think with the WDN chat line and their podcast, and I think Big Q and his, and Who Dat Davis on B&G Breakdown podcast. Sometimes, and I said this, and I'm gonna share this with you, Hoodie, and King Nep. Sometimes you're gonna have plays that will work, and sometimes you're gonna have plays that don't work. But you gotta learn how to mix it up sometimes, because it'll make it work.
Yep.
Okay, like let's say we try a running play for like, let's say 8 yards, just for start, and then you're gonna try to run another one to get a first down to keep your drive going. And like you said, Hoodie, third and long, you gotta learn. I mean, forget about the screen pass, because that's not gonna work, because that defense on the other side, when the Saints run a screen pass, they already know they're gonna come and get you. They're gonna come and get you quick, fast, just like that.
And in a hurry.
It's like
Yes, sir.
it's like they already read it. But if you
Yep.
throw like a long pass, let's say it's like third and let's just say 15 for right now. You gotta have 15 yards to get a first down to keep your drive going. Throw like a 15-yard pass, a 16, almost 20-yard pass, enough to get a first down to keep your drive going. And the opposite, in the same way, okay, let's say it's fourth down. Okay, let's say it's fourth down and short, fourth and inches, 4th and 1. Give it to your running back. Give it to your running back or your fullback to get the yard, at least 1 or 2 or 3 yards, or a little bit more. If you have a hole deep enough for them to make a long run, that'll keep your drive going.
Yeah.
See, I know about some of this stuff. When it comes down to fourth down, like second is short, third is short, fourth is short, run the ball. Don't try to do anything stupid, because next thing you know, it's gonna turn the ball over and make a mistake and let them get the ball back. Have the plays that work right for you, and whatever don't work, put it away. Find another play that'll work. Anything to make it work. But don't keep doing all these screen plays and stuff, because they already know they're gonna come at you. They already know that.
We already know that. We already know the Saints are gonna be running these screen passes.
I've seen it happen before. I've seen something like this happen before. Stop all the screening. Just do something that'll make it work. That's called better coaching.
Yep.
Let it out, Jerry. Let it out, dog. I wish I was there to rub your back too, bro. I know you hurting.
Yes. Dude, I'm just dropping some knowledge. I'm just dropping some better decisions, better results for this team. That's all I'm doing right now.
Yep.
No doubt.
And no, I won't be designed as a new head coach. I'm just trying to throw some facts out there to make this team better. That's what I'm doing right now. Dropping some knowledge, so in the next game they can clear up all these mistakes, clean up all the stuff that they had in the past, and make it and just do better. And there's another thing they say, and my pastor said this at church one Sunday. When you know better, you do better.
Most definitely.
When you know better, you do better. If you messed up in the last game, fix all that up and get ready for the next game so you won't make that same mistake. And that goes for everybody else in the NFL. They do the same thing. When they fucked up, they clean up and move on.
Yep. And that's what I try to tell people. That's what I try to tell people. It's like, we know what's coming on third down and long with the screens and shit. But I'm telling you, one day when we need that, and it's like something that we need a big play, they need to score this drive, somebody's defense is going to bite on that shit. Because they're going to think that we're calling the screen pass, and it's not. It's just, like I said, you don't never know what play is going to work at any given moment. You know, we're not no play callers. We can't just say, I'm going to run the ball, you know, on this play, because you're not on the field looking at and reading the defense like we are. Like they are, you know. We're not on the field doing that. And like I told everybody, how would you know this play will work if we don't try it? It's like
Exactly.
It's like,
we can't see the future, bro. That's the point of the game. It's a chess match. You know what I'm saying? Some shit will work, some shit won't. But it's about, who can understand the opponent better, who can put the plays together, who can put the right people in at the right time, who can take advantage of the right scenarios on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle, bro. It's not just, oh, that was an easy play call. Like, you could have just obviously ran a quarterback sneak. No, maybe we don't have the people up front in the trenches to push the pile. Like, there's different things that go into the decision for a play call, man. So, give the people upstairs their credit and just trust that, they're making the best decisions they can from what they see.
yep. And I agree with Miss Pammy Whammy in here. She said, "Amen, Jasper. I'm all for constructive criticism of our team, but I can't, with them calling our team trash, pisses me off."
Pammy be killing me. What's up, Pammy? Jay Nola, what it do?
Be on a mission. Shout out to Miss Pammy. Miss Pammy be on a mission. She know, just like everybody else. You get on them quick, just like that.
That's how you do it. Nola fans are loyal, boy. They don't play that.
Yep. Hey, King, though.
That's dedicated.
That's loyalty at its finest.
Yep, yeah. But that's why me and Jerry talked about earlier. We called out, like I said, I wasn't calling out nobody's name because I said I'm a grown adult. I'm not gonna call your name and just put your name out here in public. But I said, you know who you are. When we was in Big Q's chat again, that one person used to be one of my subscribers, used to support the channel. So I called that person out for being a fake fan one of the weeks. I think it was like the Giants game. And I was on Big Q thing, and we got into it, and we haven't, made up since. And every time I go into Big Q, you see that person in there talking shit. But when we got a W, they are completely quiet. So it's just like when we lose, they always gotta say Sean Payton needs to go, Trotman needs to go, this person needs to go, like the whole team needs to go. Basically, that's what they're trying to say, and they don't want to say it on the live podcast. You hear how it's a round table right now? That's what's on Big Q. They had 8 people. On Big Q podcast, and you telling me you couldn't hit the link, click in, and let everybody know live? No, because you scared to show your face and scared to even let us hear your voice to know, what you got to say. You got to say it with a text, and then you got people. My boy Saints on One, who's in the chat, was commenting great facts about stuff, and C is a moderator for Big Q because he gives everybody the moderators, to help them out, for supporting his channel, and C is blocking Saints on One off of the good stuff because he's speaking fast and she didn't like it. So she just blocked him to where he couldn't message. And I went in there and I got a mod too, and I blocked that person's message and I pissed them off. And I said, why don't you go in there and go talk it? In fact, I said, you're a grown adult. And supposedly that person was a veteran in the USA and you're acting like a child. So that's all I got to say about that shit.
I'm gonna read this comment right here, and shouts out to Miss Pammy Whammy once again. She said, She said, "My mouth is reckless. I ride for my team." So do I, Miss Pammy. So do everybody else.
Yep.
Yep,
And
I
I know
see
Kane
Elite
Up does
in
too.
the chat. So shout out to Elite Goods. Who that
We in
team?
here, baby. Man,
Yep.
it's
Kane Up
crazy,
rides for
man.
his team either. You
I
know.
be locked in. Boy, you should have seen me today, man. Yelling at the TV monitor. My girl be looking at me crazy. It's okay though. It's okay though.
King there, did you need a backup plan? Because I was right there with you.
Oh man. Well, we were all just at the edge of our seats to the last minute, man. You gotta love a nail biter, but yeah, man.
Yeah,
People gonna turn, man.
look,
People gonna
look. I
switch up.
was, I was right there because I thought they were going to try to go for 2 points, but then that dumb false start penalty backed them up, and when I saw that,
Yeah.
I just turned the volume down and just sat on the couch and just be quiet as a mouse. But I slept.
Waiting in silence. Elite Goods. What it
Yep.
do?
Elite
Look,
in
My
the
dog
building.
Elite is in the
slamming doors,
building.
throwing
Yes,
a pot
sir.
of water, the job just having a fit. But that's what
Jasper.
the thing is when you had like 2 straight losses in 2 weeks, man. I mean, you
Y'all
just
read
Yeah.
Jasper's. Y'all read Jasper's.
last week. I mean,
Yeah, that's what he just read.
Yeah, we lost, but this is an even tougher loss. So I had.
But I love this team. You see, Nola fans so loyal, bro. I love it, man. I love it, but I love this team no matter what.
He said, Jasper said, I lost money on this lot. He said, I lost some money, laugh out loud, but got me in the doghouse with my wife.
He loves the team. Can't blame him.
Yep.
You can't.
So, I don't bet against my team just because I know any given Sunday we can win. And I got to tell everybody, if they showing you how good of a team we are right now, I said, just wait till next year when we got everybody 100% healthy.
Jube, I gotta ask you a question. Oh, Jerry, I gotta ask you a question as well, man. To go a little off tangent, Cam Newton, bro. Can we talk about it,
I got nothing.
man?
I got nothing, King.
What a return, bro.
Nab, ask me again. Can we talk about who?
You gonna play it, Jube? Can we talk about Cam Newton?
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no.
Who?
On to the next question.
Cam Newton, you said?
On to the next question.
You said Cam Newton, right?
Nah, never mind.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no.
Alrighty then. I'll never bring him up again.
Jasper said, who?
He said Fig Newton.
Elite said down.
I ain't heard that one yet, bro. I ain't heard that one yet. That's a funny one, bro.
Elite gave you thumbs down. Okay, he said, Keen out, we don't do that here.
Talking about Pam Newton.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That was Saints Uptown called. We called her Pam Newton.
You said Pam Newton.
Yep, that was Saints Uptown of WD and chat line called.
Pam Newton.
Called Pam Newton. That's what he called him. And I see somebody else called him Fig Newton. I just call him Cam Newton.
He said, I just call him by his name. Shit. I don't want to get too creative with it.
Elite said,
Ain't nobody want to hear about no damn Pam Newton.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
hey, Elite said y'all tripping. He said, let's talk about how, he said we need to talk about how Cesar Ruiz needs to be put on the practice squad immediately. Elite, this is one game that he did bad in a while since McCoy came back. And I said he did play one bad game when he became the center, but center in his position. So we can't get mad at him for one game.
Yeah, but now you want to make me out there with David Ruffin. Ain't nobody come see you, Otis. Man, look, TJ Jones of the State of States podcast. Shouts out to TJ Jones, man, because he do a great impression of David Ruffin of the Temptation. Ain't nobody come to see us. Ain't come to see me. It's just David Ruffin and the Temptations. I mean, if you go on his channel, he do a lot better than all of us. I just gotta give it to my man TJ Jones, man. Shout out to you, bruh.
Yep. So,
Whew.
just to give y'all
Ain't nobody
my last.
Cam Newton.
Yeah, let's talk about Cam Newton, y'all.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no.
That's what we can talk about. Hell to the no. No Cam Newton. We don't worry about him. But just to give y'all my last final thoughts though on this game was all around the team did good. Besides, basically, I think what fucked us up was the ref and special teams. Basically, I mean, not the punter. I can't blame the punter. The punter did his job. So I guess you can say return team, field goals, and I think that's it. Your field goals and your return team. Your punter did good. Your offense did what they could with the people that we have. We made a comeback. But like I said, with that interception that we had that got called back, that gave them the lead basically before halftime, that's what basically screwed us, And I think that's what helped them take the lead and win the game, basically, because when you lose momentum and you get so hyped because you just intercepted it, and you're about to go take the lead before half, and you can't because the stupid Zebras does that. That's what took our hope, took our momentum right out of us, and I think that's why the refs do it, because they know if we would have got that interception, the game would have been over right there. Probably we probably would have had the momentum in our hands. Probably would have went downfield, got at least a field goal or something, and we would have been up at halftime, and we would have been coming out getting the ball.
Shifter, man. That was a big momentum shifter.
So that's basically my final thoughts, and I tell everybody, I said with everybody that we have hurt, and I said if we get at least Alvin Kamara back next week, I feel like we're gonna win. It was just this week we couldn't do as much as we normally would with Kamara because we didn't have him. He's hurt, so we'll just see. And like I said, we're going to move on to the Eagles. And like I told everybody last week, any given Sunday, the Bucs can lose. And I said, look what happened. They came out the bye week, lost to the Washington football team, like I said. And now they got to play the Giants at home next week. And what the Giants did to us at home, they upset us. Even though we had the lead, they made a comeback. And I can see them doing the same shit to the Tampa Bay. And if we go on the road and beat the Eagles like we should to get our revenge game from last year when we didn't know nothing about Jalen Hurts in the NFL, now we know we got film on him to do the study and get us a W. Then we need the Giants to beat the Bucs, and then right there we already got the number 1 seed in NFC South now.
Yes, sir.
So, any last thoughts by you, Mr. Jerry, and then I'll give Keenan the last one, and then after that we'll probably end the podcast because I ain't seen nobody else join on in here on the round table like they normally do. So. I guess everybody's sleeping tonight, all pissed off.
Yeah,
whatever.
For real, don't nobody want to talk, man. Everybody want to go straight to sleep. Everybody just went showered. Everything else for Sunday was canceled, bro. Cancel everything.
But,
I'm gonna just go to sleep.
Hoodie, Jube, and King Nep, and everybody in chat. My closing statement for my end is. Yes, we had a tough loss, Who That Nation. I know everybody's frustrated. I was too. I'm sure Hoodie Jube was and King Nep was. But hey, this game is behind us now. Let's get ready for our next opponent, which is the Philadelphia Eagles, because I know they won earlier over Denver. So let's just focus. Let's just put this loss to the Tennessee Titans in the rearview mirror. This is a brand new week. Let's get ready for these Eagles. Hopefully things will get better later this week before next Sunday. And we just keep saying who that. And Go Saints, or let's freaking go, however you put it. It's not over yet. The season's not over yet. We got We got the Eagles coming up. We got the Bills coming up. The Cowboys, the Jets, the Buccaneers at their house. We got the Dolphins. We got the Panthers, and we got the Falcons. Let's just focus on these last few opponents that we're going to face week by week, because we just got to take it one game at a time. I mean, it's gonna be days like this. Mama said it'll be days like this, but just keep the faith. Don't lose it. Just make things better.
Yep. And what about you, King Nep?
Hey man, like you said, man, let's heal our wounds. It was a dog fight today, man. I think we did a great job in the second half and making adjustments and trying our best to finish, bro. So like Jerry said, to piggyback on what he said, let's just get ready for the Eagles. And who that? That's all we could do, man. Yeah. It was a football game, man. It was a great football game, man.
Hey, we got to answer this question, though, real quick before we get off. Not really a question. It's a comment from Ms. Pammy. Pammy, you said you're concerned about the next 3 weeks because we don't play well against mobile quarterbacks. But to let you know, the most mobile quarterback you're going to get out of them is Jalen Hurts, and that's next week. Josh Allen is not really the mobile quarterback. He's just a person. If there's nobody there, he's going to run, and he's like a Taysom Hill. He's going to try to truck you because he's got a big body. And then Dak Prescott, this man ain't running for his life anymore like he did. You saw what happened last year to his leg and shit, so he's not been running like he used to. He's not really one of those running quarterbacks.
I think Josh Allen can be considered mobile.
He can run, but he's not the one that's typically. He's not like a Jalen Hurts that's going to run all the time.
True,
so
yeah.
He's more of a passer first, and then a mobile.
Yeah,
he's not like a Cam Newton that's a mobile first and then pass.
But you got to respect the run game. Like you have to prepare for it. Yeah,
we just got to prepare for the running, and that's why I told everybody we don't have to talk about Cam Newton. We know how Cam Newton is. We know how to stop his running. We played against him twice a year for 5 years, 6 years. We know how to do that. And I said that's all we got to do is play the same thing against the other mobile quarterbacks. Keep that quarterback contained on him and put pressure on him and keep him in that little circle the way he can't escape. That's all we got to do. So that's my last thoughts on the game. I told everybody our thoughts. Everybody had their thoughts. So thank you, everybody that was in the live chat tonight watching and everything. And thanks again, Mr. Jerry and King Nep, for coming on here and giving your thoughts on the games and stuff like that. And with that being said, y'all, we're going to end the podcast right here. I might do another podcast tomorrow maybe because I'm off, so I might can do a little earlier podcast, earlier to where we can get everybody up in here, have us a better final
in here.
Yep, final round table with Crusher and everybody in here tomorrow night. And it'll be a better, overall better round table and stuff. But let me end it like this. If y'all don't know,
it's a 24-hour thing, so everybody be recovered and back to normal.
Yep, everybody will be recovered by then. So let me tell everybody this. If y'all don't know, y'all will know. There's no YouTube without your boy Hoodie Jube. And let me just end it like this. Y'all better acknowledge the Saints, y'all. Y'all see what they doing with these players that they have right now. So, also, you better acknowledge my boy Trevor Siemian.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, get ready for an entertainment explosion. Get ready for an avalanche of awesomeness. Get ready to go live with your boy. Here he is, Hoodie Jube. And make sure to hit the subscribe button for your chance to win tickets to a live New Orleans Saints football game.